I'll add this guy. Alright, let's see if we can find people. Montecut should have him, right? Steve's already added me and I've invited him twice prior. That's one person sent an invite to. There's another one. That's a stream up. I've invited these guys like 15 times. Vishnu in particular, every time I see his fucking name, I go past and click it. This is great. I love when people don't actually get their stuff together until 8 o'clock done. Come on, man. I swear I sent Vishnu an invite a few times already. This is getting great. sure why Jishnu is not showing up. There he is. We've got to 11. Hello everyone, welcome to the final round of the season. Round 8 here in F1. First season on F1 20, F1 25, I believe. Yeah, F1 25. Usually the games follow 1 year, but in front, it's just the F1's actually the current year in it. We're on 12. We've got everyone we were meant to get, I think, -1. Not sure who the one is meant to be. What's going on? What are we looking at? Bloodwave will make it 13. And then we'll be good to go. So it'll be 13 people for the final round of the season. Main battle is between Stell and between BR4. McLaren can't actually catch up in the Constructors' Championship now because the teammate didn't show up. With 41 points, that is definitely out the window now. Pretty sure I've invited her. And back to this we go. Just to check that I'm not being an absolute knob. Then another one just in case. Oh my god, we'll get going. Final race of the season. Yeah, it's BR4 versus Stell here then. Championship fight. That's all that's left for the entire for the season. This is going to be the one that decides it all for all the marbles. Send him another one. Then we'll get going. 29 laps of Abu Dhabi. Right, 8 minutes of qualifying before that. And obviously, as Abu Dhabi should be, it's going to be dry. In the final race of the season, BR4 versus Stell for the championship. 4-point gap going in. It is essentially winner takes all. Stell beats BR4, then we are crowning a Greek champion. BR4 beats Stell. If he wins the race, then we'll be crowning a Swedish champion. If he comes second while Stell comes third, then I think that's enough to stay as a Greek world champion. Just going to double check these point scoring in a minute. Make sure I'm right there. It's F1 point scoring, I believe. Alright, we're getting good with qualifying then. We're getting ready to go. A couple of people out on the track already. DDK is going to be the furthest one forward, so we'll go to his name. We just take a quick look at the standings. Yeah, it is F1 standings. Okay. The 25 points for win, 18 for second, 15 and onwards from there. We look to crown a champion here in the final race of this season. I think that's Bloodwave joining us. Connecting with his online services there. We'll see if his name pops up. Currently at 12 for now. On board with the Aston Martin to start. Alright, here we go. First lap of the night. He goes around turn 1 here, does DDK. Almost a little bit wide. Gets a little bit onto the AstroTurf, I think that is out there. On the exit of turn 1. He keeps it round in turn 2. Doesn't go too deep in 3. It's a lot short of a track than what it used to be, Abu Dhabi, with that chicane that used to sit between turn 3 and 4 here. No longer existing, just a straight line down to the end of the lap. Also the same thing happening here as well. It's now a banked corner instead of two 90-degree left-handers, I think, if I remember right from a couple of years back. So 52.9 to start with through the first two sectors for DDK. See that in the top corner. I can't tell if it's someone joining or someone leaving or whether or not my game's screwing up. Either way, we're running through with about 40 minutes left of qualifying here as we run through the first laps. 23.6. And then a 23.2 for Jaguars. He hits pole now. BL4 has invalidated his first lap. The Mercedes just went over the line. Monte Carlo 23.3. He's only 4/10 quick, 3/10 quicker than DDK and a 10th back on Jaguar in the Ferrari. Expect pole to be somewhere in the low 22s here, I reckon. On this track, we go around with Mitchell now to the line. 23.5. Enough to beat DDK, but not enough to go further than that. And then we've got Razor 23.1. Another 10th of a second on top of the fastest time. Couple of cars coming to the end of their laps now. Nakuda just started his. We're followed by the Ferrari just started hers as well. And Marsnak is on a 23.0. And it's the Haas that started there, sorry. And Marsnak is on provisional pole right now then. Jack to the line next. BR4 invalidated lap. Still in the pits. Jack having a nightmare in that final corner at 25.2. Oh, a lap from Nakuda here. One of the, I think that's Razor getting out of the way of people. The Nakuda and Redstone, both of these guys on a lap right now. BR4 might also be on one. And we've got Jishnu not that far up the road who is definitely on a lap. I'm just going to go to Jishnu because he's got a real chance of winning today. Real chance of winning today. 52.5 through the first couple of sectors. 4/10 quicker than DDK is good enough to put him into third for now. Lock up just slightly as he goes into the final sector. Two corners. He got a straight left and a 90-degree left, and then another one as we head toward the final couple. And there we go, round the final hairpin. To the line goes Jishnu, 23.2. Is only good enough for third, sorry. Nakuda 23.6, Redstone 24. BR4 the next one to the line. Chrome colours here for the McLaren still. I see that they haven't removed that from the game yet. I think it might be him just he's just going to back out, go into the pits, and call it quits. So that means we are left with just Stell. Everyone else is currently in the pit. Stell is out for his first run. He's on the lap right now, so we'll get to see pretty soon what he is made of. We'll see here. So we're going to the end of the lap. The other three are on the track right now will go into the pits at the end of theirs. We are just following the championship leader. 4 points coming in. He's got to beat BR4 to stake his claim. Or just avoid getting beat by BR4 by more than 2 places if neither of them end up winning this race. A second and a third for the two drivers would go the Greeks' way on F1 scoring is 25-18. F1 scoring, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 25, 18, 15. So, for the 3 points between second and third, or from third to fourth, won't be enough. If neither of them win the race, then BR4's got to beat him by 2 places. That's going to be pretty difficult, given the amount of people in this lobby. Still up to 50, I think that was a 52-1 there in that first couple of sectors. So he is very much in the making for pole position here. 23.0 currently the best time. This is looking well into a 22. If he can get this right, round the final corner, he's definitely a 22. It's a 22.5 second lead out in front for Stell, and he stamps a 40 on this one in the opening part to this qualifying session. Massive opportunity now for Stell. Who we got on the lap right now? We've got Monster Cat and DDK who've just started laps themselves, so we'll go on Monster Cat. We gave DDK the spotlight to start off in qualifying. He did a 23.6. Got to find an entire second now to be anywhere near pole. We'll go on Monster Cat and see if he's got anything more. Nope, he's got an invalidated lap. That's what he's got. I'll take us to DDK then. See if he is improving through the first couple of sectors on this lap. 23.6. He's going to want at least a 22 to be impressed with himself, I reckon, in this one. Goes round. He's currently down on his time. He's going to have to find something in this third sector then. 23.6 isn't going to be good enough to compete, that's for certain. Yellow flagged in the second sector, just people trying to get out of the way of each other. Around the final couple of corners go DDK then. Around the second to last now. The final corner gets a good exit. Down to a 23.5. Up a position he goes to 7th. Mitchell behind him. Monster Cat invalidated lap. Jaguar. Is this good news for him? It doesn't look like it, admittedly. It did not look like anything. Yeah, 6 tenths down. Marsnack currently down on his lap, and I think he didn't look too great there at the end of the second sector. I think he's backing off. Yeah, he's backing off. Marsnack's going to try and go again. Let's go to Razor here. And then we'll go to BR4, who's directly behind him. If Razor does anything wrong, he'll go straight to the championship fight. Razor down at the moment. That's not good enough to get him into the top, onto the front row then. If he can improve at the moment. He's third right now, but you would imagine that BR4 is going to do a quicker lap than most of the rest of the lobby. So he's going to be up there as well. We might have a fight between BR4 and Stell for the championship in case of who's going to win the race. Razor actually 3/10 of a second up in that second sector. Found the ton of time into the 22.8s at the moment. This is well and truly enough to get second. If he can find a couple more tenths, he might start to trouble Stell. Marsnak into the pits, and also Stell as well into the pits. So those two will have to wait. This is the Redstone 22.7. Only 2/10 back on Stell now. Jishnu 22.6, and we are starting to get close. Razor 22.6 as well. And we're now at a 10th as BR4 has put him to the sword to start in this second round of laps. And BR4 has got a golden opportunity if he can keep hold of this pole position. Everyone just put in significantly better laps. Monster captured to the 22s as well. Mitchell 23.0. I think every single person improved on the lap, bar Jaguar. Continue on toward the end of this qualifying session. Let's see if anything's going to happen. I don't think anything is going to happen in this in the rest of this. Well, the situation where everyone is out on track at the moment. What about Nakuta? Nakuta's into the pits. I think that means everyone is out. Everyone that's out on track on a lap right now is about to head straight to that pit lane. So we'll go back to Marsnek and the Ferrari then. This will be his last shot at qualifying. Oh, that's not a good start. Having issues already. Montagut's out, just gone into the pits as well. So everyone's into the pits apart from Marsnek right now. Marsnak even. We'll see if he's going to be able to do anything. Nope, he dived in as well. He dived in as well. So we are at a bit of a standstill in this qualifying session with about 4 minutes to go. Everyone is in the pits. Alright, who's going to be the first to bite then? Got 3 minutes 40 seconds left. I don't think there's going to be anyone biting in the next minute or so. We'll go straight toward the end of the session now, toward about maybe that 2 minute left marker where everyone is about to dive out. Oh, Redstone is going to go now actually. So Redstone has chosen to bite first. We'll see if there's going to be anything in this for him. Alright. Yep, just getting himself sorted for a lap now. Everyone is starting to go out one by one. Yeah, Jishnu's actually the extra one out right now, and then we've got Razor who's out on the track as well, just came out. I think that's Stell and BR4 going together. Oh, is it? It is Stell and BR4 going together. Or is it? Is that Jack? No, it's Jack. Jack's in the Alpine. Appreciate if he actually didn't go in the Alpine. It would have been nicer for me to just have the one of each to figure out what they're doing, but, you know. We'll go back to Redstone anyway, because he is the first person on the track right now. And that's Jishnu right behind him. It is Jishnu right behind him. With 1 lap to go then. 1 minute 40 on the clock. Well and truly into the final laps. Everyone is out on the track one last time. Who is going to be able to step up and try and beat that 22.4? Just over a second between 11 drivers, and then Jack also involved so far. Redstone is going to be the first one on his lap. Round we go through turn 1. Is he going to be able... Oh, that's a snap out of the first corner. It's invalid. It's invalid, and his qualifying session is over. Redstone not able to challenge the 22.4. Well, it's going to be a case to see how many places he drops here. The amount of improvements in that first session, that first set of laps to go on, he might drop a few places. Redstone is helping Jishnu out here. And then he dives off the track entirely. Jishnu getting all the slipstream in the world through the middle straight there. I don't think it's going to help him much though, because his first sector wasn't great. His second sector is going to have to be something special. Is it any better? It's slightly better. It's only good enough to go at one more place as it stands. Not even good enough to trouble the front row. He's gonna have to have something in this final sector. It didn't look like he did. That didn't look great. Unsettled the car in the middle of that chicane there. I don't know if he got in the time here. Around the final corner he goes. He got help from Redstone on his lap, but that's certainly not going to help. But it actually is going to beat Stell. For now. Razor. Oh, he did the same sort of snap, and he got the same sort of reaction. BR4 is currently a 10th and a half up. BR4 looking towards the low 22s. Gets his car straight on the exit. It's a 22-1. Stell will be the last car over the line. So we've got 2 Red Bulls next. Nakuza to the line just finished. Then it's Mitchell. He's looking for 22. 22-7 beats Redstone. Montecat then beats him. All 3 of them within about a 10th of each other. Marsneck is out. Jaguar is the next one out. Next one over the line. And then we've got Jack, who is on an outlap, so his qualifying is over. And then Stell. So Jaguar not doing anything. Stell looking for the front row. He's currently a 10th and a half up. He's got to get the front row, but he's shy of BR4. And in this championship fight, it's first blood McLaren. And just because you get the first blood does not mean you'll get the last one. Well then, that is the first. That's the first part of this session over and done with. Qualifying over and done with, and it's the championship runner-up at the moment, with an advantage on the championship leader and a winner takes all. Well, both a couple of tenths clear. Jishnu in third, Razor in fourth, a tenth back, and then the middle of the pack, basically inseparable. We'll see how that is going to unfold. We're just waiting for people to sort out their setups now then. Once they sort out the setups, we'll get going for the actual race itself. Evening, Joe. Yeah, we are just waiting up. Championship decider on the line right now. Internet didn't cooperate. That's a shame, Bloodwave. That is a shame. Right. It looks very overcast at Abu Dhabi for this championship decider. It's advantage Swede at the moment. Is it going to mirror real life? Is the McLaren driver going to bring it home, or is it going to be a Greek affair in the Alpine? And who, if anyone else, is going to try and play spoiler? We're about to go to the formation lap before 29 laps of racing. There you go. As we see the group at the front, BR4 will start ahead of Stell. We'll see who gets the upper hand between these two early on. Jishnu and Razor, the Mercedes and the Kick Sauber on the second row, trying to get themselves some sort of advantage here. They've got Monster Cat and Mitchell 5th and 6th. On the third row, Redstone and Marsnak in 7th and 8th on the fourth row. Jaguar and Nakusta fill out the rest of the point scoring positions, with DDK in 11th and Jack in 12th. Just going through the formation lap right now, then we'll get going for proper game pick to the two-stop race. We'll see how much that comes into effect. There we go, round to the end of the lap here then, which means that we've just got 29 laps between a championship fight. Everyone should be on a medium tyre to start off with here. No, they're not. Stell does softs. Whoa, is that going to be a 3-stop potentially for Stell then? Stell and Montecat on softs. Mediums for BL4, Jishnu, Razor, Mitchell, Marsnek, Nakuza, DDK and Jack, and then hards for Redstone and Jaguar in 7th and 9th. Going to be an interesting start then. We're going to get the TV camera angle down the straight here with red lights on for the final time. It's 4, 5 red lights. It's lights on, away we go after being held for felt like forever. Who's going to get the best start here? And I think the answer to that is going to be Stell down into turn 1. BR4 still has the lead, but he's wide already. That'll pick up a track limit for certain. He is in the lead still against that Alpine after turn 1, now turn 2. As we go through the first lap, and Stell might be under fire from Jishnu here, who goes to the inside on the Alpine. Will get him straight away, or tried to get him straight away, but compromised his entrance and is having to stick behind him just a little while longer. But BR4 with a blistering start here. DDK got Nakuza off the line. Jaguar overtaken by his teammate off the line. Montecat going down the inside of his own teammate there and almost came up with a collision between the two. And Jishnu is going to stay exactly where he was. Mitchell's going to have a good go at Montecat here, potentially. Jaguar and Marsnak are giving each other the position back, I guess. Redstone looking to the inside of that racing bull and had to back out of it because he got too close to the inside and hit the curb. No one really gaining much of an advantage right now. The two Ferraris are fighting each other for some reason. The DDK lucky to go the long way round on Jaguar and has been stopped short momentarily. It's been stopped short, pretty much full stop, because Nakusa has now got to run himself around the outside as we head down toward turn 1, down the home straight. And Nakusa is going to get DDK here. The DDK very much compromised by the move by the move he tried to make on Jaguar a couple of corners prior, and he drops down into 11th. Razor already out of touch from the first 6. DRS has now enabled, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's the rear wings opening on the front of the group. And Razor needs to get close again. We've got Stell looking to the inside to try and take the lead. And with the worst camera angle in human history, has got past BR4. There you go, BR4 looking back round the outside of BR4, deep, far too deep. He still might get the exit anyway, and he will. I'm not sure how he's managed to hold that. Another atrocious banked corner, but he's still got it and holds the lead after 2. Around, it's like a 2-stop potentially in this race for some people, especially on the hard tyres. At this point in time, 3-stop potentially for those on the softs. Stell, 0.6 of a second back on. Oh, Monster Cat's dropped a couple. Monster Cat's got an issue. I think Razor has also got one. Razor's in the wall. At the very least, the wrong way round. He is well and truly off the back now with no front wing. There you go. That's the end plate off the end of that car. And his day is going from bad to worse after what was incredible qualifying. Here comes Redstone to the inside of Mitchell, and he makes that look easy as we head toward the end of the back straight. Also, the guys in front just trying to get themselves together realistically as Stell hits the lead of the race again. Marstak has left the session again. BR4 not able to hold the lead after 2 now. After 3, sorry, because he is right on the back of Stell, who has snapped the car there. BR4 followed him. The top 5 are really close together right now. Any sort of mistake is going to become catastrophic. Marsnak is out of the session because he is AI now. I wonder if he said anything in the chat. I haven't seen anything just as yet. BR4 should have the DRS here on Stell. This should be quite easy work. Neither of them got a good exit whatsoever. But this should still be in a very long straight. Very easy for this to work for BR4 as he sends to the inside now. And is not going to have an issue stopping Stell. Stell had a bit of a moment there. Out the chicane. He's now under fire from Jishnu behind. Going to get saved by the fact that he gets DRS. We have a yellow flag with DDK in the wrong way round. And he's now fixed his car. But they've got 4 cars at the back who are not having a good time. I hate the fact that you only get 2 camera angles to go through. I'm not sure why he raises on intermediate tyres. Not sure why he raises on intermediate tyres, to be honest with you. We continue on. Stell 1 second now off the back of BR4. Continue with, yeah, Stell is right off the back of BR4 now. He's struggling to keep together. DK's now in the pits. He had damage off the last lap, we can only assume. Jishnu is going to have a run here. Mitchell just surned it down the inside of Redstone. Who, well, they're both going to get the DRS. They're still within a second, surprisingly. And Jishnu has got past Stell. And all of a sudden, Stell's in a little bit of trouble. On a different strategy to the guys around him, but he is potentially in a little bit of trouble here. 29 laps on the race, 5 through, or 4.5 through at the moment. We're about to finish lap 5 here. Redstone again, trying to go to the inside of Mitchell. Does so on the back of the shot, and he's up into 4th. Montecat is in 8th right now, so he must have had issues as well. And he had the issues at the beginning of the race, actually, correction. Which is why the top 5 are now a little bit clear. Actually, Jaguars joined the back of this group, made it 6. In comes Stell to the pit lane then. That may open up the front 2 from the rest of the group. It will open the front 2 from the rest of the group. Because Redstone's 1.6 back. All of a sudden, the front 2 have a chance to break away. Stell in the pits for the first time. Hard tyres going on the Alpine. He did 5 laps on the soft, so he's going to have to go try and do 2 sets of 12 to 2 stop. And we got Jaguar looking to go past Mitchell, looking to the outside of the Racing Bull, now to the inside of the following corner. The exit just too powerful, gets it round the outside there, does Mitchell, and he keeps it in 4th place as well. And now he's got to fight him again as they both head toward the back corner. And Jaguar finally has the position on the Racing Bull. Redstone still not intact with the front 2. Rose is back on hards now. They just keep going from bad to worse, realistically. He needs a safety car already, and so does DDK. However, the safety car would not be great if you're Stell right now, as Montecat goes into the pits. Jack picks up a track limits penalty. This has been very one-sided so far to start. Bear in mind, if the McLaren wins this race, he wins the title. If the Alpine wins the race, he wins the title. Outside of that, if neither of them win the race, then BR4, then the McLaren has got to beat Stell and the Alpine by 2 positions. As we go, Jishnu to the inside. Jishnu takes the lead of the race off of BR4. He's going to have to fight this back immediately. Will get DRS to try and do so. Has to look to the outside as we head down the hill. And has already taken the lead back from Jishnu on lap 7 here. These two probably shouldn't be fighting an awful lot. They've just got to get away from the group behind them. Razor got the fastest lap of the race so far. And that's just a testament to the pace he actually had if he could get on track. Redstone is just continuously shortening that down, that gap in. 6 laps in, off the medium tyres comes Jishnu. It's an interesting call with 23 laps of the race still to go. Off of the medium tyres, it has to be hard going on. No one's in DRS now. Not a single human being. What about Stell and Jishnu here then? What about Stell on Jishnu? We head through the hill, well, up the hill, with Stell, and Jishnu is coming out the pits. He is going to be behind Marsnick's AI, so there you go, there's Jishnu, who goes so far wide. Like, yeah, Jishnu It's about 2 seconds off the back of Stell right now. Vishnu does have the better tyres though. Oh, Jaguar's caught right up to the back of Redstone now. Redstone's had a poor lap by the looks of things. Not as bad as Mitchell though, who's now well and truly off the pace. Well and truly off the back of the group. 2.5 seconds now as Mitchell from Jaguar in third as net P5. In comes BR4 to pit. Now we get a very interesting scenario of what's going to happen in this race. Jishnu picked up 3 for track limits. Oh, and any fight that he may have had in this one may have just fallen by the wayside with that penalty. BR4 heading out the hill now. Heading underneath the hill. As he comes out behind Jishnu in the undercut, seems to be powerful here. He is 3 laps fresher tyres, however, than Stell, who's currently in net P1 for this race. Redstone overtaken by Jaguar. These two fighting their way down the straight. And Redstone holds on. These guys kept up at the start on the hard tyres. It'll be very interesting to see what these two do throughout. They're fighting each other and taking the time away right now. And Redstone will hold on. Yakuza also pit on the last lap. Dropped him all the way back behind Montecat by about a second. Should mean Mitchell come out in between Marsnack and Montecat then. When they turn to pit, needs to stay out again. We're now 9 laps on the tyres. We're on to lap 10 full in this race. No one within DRS. Jishnu has got close. Jishnu has actually got within it, and he's now set the fastest lap of the race, the 26.3. The fastest lap of the race so far. Jaguar also now within DRS. If he can hold on through that corner. I don't know if he did, you know. I don't think he did. No, he didn't. DRS is not going to open for him, so he's going to have to try and bring this gap down all by himself. Does a very good job of it. In fact, realistically... Oh, Redstone! Oh, wow, his car was facing more than the wrong direction there. That's for certain. Fully prepared to turn left on a right-hand corner. Somehow he stayed in the lead here. Surprised by that. Here comes Jishnu on the outside of Stell. And he gets him. Doesn't even wait. Doesn't even try to wait. Just launches one to the outside. And there, it's the chrome McLaren in the background that everyone's got their eyes on. Don't forget, if Jishnu ends up spoiling the party here, ends up winning this race even with its penalty, then BR4 has got to beat Stell by 2 positions, and right now there isn't a human being near these 3. Redstone and you can see Redstone and Jaguar just pitted, and they are not even close. Potentially going to get sucked into the battle between Yakuza and Montecat here, actually, those two coming out the pits. There's Jaguar. That's Montecat 6 tenths of a second behind him. Okay, so 5 through 8 are in a little bit of a fight. Mitchell, the only one yet to pit. I wonder if he's doing medium, soft if he can. I wonder if that's the choice. If it's a smart choice, but I wonder if that's the choice. Or potentially even just a one-stop to see if he can get the hard to the end. But he's going to have to go a couple extra laps from where he currently is. Could be interesting to see, to be honest with you. Never mind, Jishnu's got 3 seconds extra because he's got track limits. Stell and BR4 inbounds now. Those two are within DRS of each other. Mitchell's into the pits for the first time. Well, we're about to see whether or not a potential one-stop may be employed. I don't think it is. I still think it's hard times. And it absolutely is. Here we go, BL4 looking to down the straight, doesn't get it here, nothing going at all, down into the end of the straight. BL4, if he had sense, shouldn't have gone for anything too drastic there, because he got the straight now. Because he did go a little bit too wide, a bit too deep in the corner prior. His setup here is not going to be anywhere near as impressive yet, and he's now going to struggle to get past Dell on this lap. As it stands, it's not going to matter too much. As long as he can get past Dell and win the title, because Jishnu's got a 3-second time penalty. He's leaving too much of a chance here right now, BR4. I wonder who's got more nerves out of these two in this championship fight. Massive fight to the end. Mitchell picks up 3 for track limits. He's currently out behind the Kuzo company. Redstone picks up 3 as well, and then turning into a battle of who can't pick up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Alright, now the 2 championship leaders are at the front of that battle. Oh, 4/10 of a second off the back of Jishnu, and Jishnu is currently preventing BR4 from really doing anything. This is allowing for Stell to attack, not having to defend at all from BR4, because BR4 just simply is the 3rd man in a train, and that's never going to work. Stell again, close to Jishnu, but just not close enough. Oh, I'm bouncing a little bit. It looks like, yeah, Stell's just going to have that advantage just a little while longer. These 3 are well and truly gone, by the way. There is a separation that is not coming back. Anything other than a safety car. In which things would get very, very spicy if that was the case. Jack picks up 3 seconds for track limit, so that tacks on to his 3 he already had. He's on 6 now. Won't drop him anyway, because DDK's a currently 7.7 behind Jack. As we head to the end of the straight with the front 3. And again, nothing changing here. Nothing open, nothing available. Jaguar is going to hold on against Montecat. BR4 might have a shot. BR4 looking to the outside. BR4 is stopped short again. He's now switching back. He's going to try. Hang it on the outside of the forward corner. Championship fight. It's a big championship fight. And it's deep from BR4. And it's still advantage Stell. If you are Jishnu, you are hoping that these two just fight. The more these two fight, the less that 3 seconds going to matter. And that means if you can break that second gap, start breaking open a little bit to the 2 championship fighters at the moment. And this will work against BR4. Don't forget, if Jishnu is able to break that 3 seconds. It's a massive if and very unlikely at this point. But if that does happen, that BR4 is going to have to beat Stell by 2 positions. So, quite frankly, he's going to have to hope that Stell falls off a cliff somewhere. Spins has some sort of issue. Either that, or they can fight for the lead of the race with Jishnu's penalty, and one of them is going to have to win. Whoever wins out that battle wins the title. Right now, BR4 has had a terrible lap. It's a tragic lap for BR4 actually, because Stell is going to go around. There's a little bit of contact between the lead and the second place, and Stell hits the lead. It actually grants BR4 a lifeline because it gets him back within a second. Afterwards, a tragic chicane had dropped him out. Almost handed Stell and Jishnu all they could have wanted. He's going to be back now. Jishnu's going to have a chance at Stell straight away. BR4 is going to have to take advantage of this at some point. Stell's going to have to go an extra couple of laps here before pitting. Assume his hard tires are suffering quite hard at the moment. Seemingly not as bad as BS4 though. Seemingly is just all over the place. Yep, down the straight again here then. So Jishnu had a run, had a shot, will take the lead back surely. He's got to run to the inside on Stell. And he will hold that inside line and get back on Stell. And he takes the lead of the race. However, Stell has DRS. And now Stell's going to fight this back. This is not what BR4 wants to see. Because now Stell had the lead of the race again. BR4 is too far back to really make anything happen. And Stell now has a chance to build a gap. He'll pick, get the undercut. Oh no, he won't. Jishnu's going in. Okay, that surprised me. Actually, quite heavily. I did not think Jishnu would be the first one in. And I'm questioning what his strategy is. BR4 is well within a second now of Stell, so we are going to get a proper fight for the championship lead. Potentially, before Stell pits in the next lap or two. Pretty sure Stell's pitting at the end of the next lap. He might not actually, he might pit at the end of this one. He is going to pit at the end of this one, Stell. BR4's not going to get to him beforehand. BR4's not going to get to him now. No, not in a million years. Stell's going to go into his pit stop in the lead here. Probably still going to come out behind Jishnu by quite some margin. The undercut seems to be very powerful around this track. BR4 needed to be in front of Stell right now. There's the pit lane. There is the pit lane for Stell. BR4 will go at least one more. We'll go a little bit further back then. We'll take the fight to the final spot, well, to the final 2 spots in the top 5. Cena Kuzma in the background there. And you've got Mitchell and Jaguar fighting for what will be third now. Mitchell's got a 3-second time penalty to contend with. Mitchell could have gone to the inside there, to be honest with you, if he wanted to fight that. Just to be honest, I think the DRS down the back straight, the more powerful one, not this one, but the next one that we're about to go through after the chicane. You go now, you might be going too early. Mitchell's going to go now anyway. He heads into the chicane ahead of Jaguar. Jaguar will be able to fight this back straight away. A good exit for Jaguar. And he'll get this down into the back corner, but it is not a good exit by any means. And Mitchell is still comfortably out in front ahead of Jaguar right now into P3 on track. A P6 total. Well, P5 total actually. Has to try and break that gap now. Onto Jaguar. Get out the second, and he does it so straight away. Doesn't even wait till the end of the lap to break that second gap to Jaguar. Needs to hold it though before we hit the DRS straights. BR4 now into the pits. Redstone is still out. Now the interesting scenario is where's BR4 coming out in relation to this man. BR4 now under the hill. Heading up out of the pit lane. And I think he's about 2.5 seconds back. He is. He's got 2 lap fresher tyres than Jishnu. I think he's got to hope that he catches to Stell before Stell catches up to the car in front. Otherwise, we might be in the same situation we were prior. And if that happens, that situation where we fold into a 3-man train will probably win Stell the championship. Right into the pit for the final time. Stell's catching right up to Jishnu. Almost about to be within a second. This is going to be massive. This is going to be massive for Stell. BR4 is not bringing the time down at all. To the Alpine in front of him. There's the McLaren just peering into the back of your screen. McLaren has got to hurry up. Jishnu now into DRS on Jaguar in front. BR4 has got to get some sort of pace going in the stint. He is floundering right now. With 9 to go. 9.5 to go. We've done 19 of 29. There goes Jishnu on the inside of Jaguar. Makes it look extremely easy. He is on significantly better tyres right now. Hards versus hards, but it's 6 lap fresher hards. And Jishnu's just going to drive away. Stell also now within DRS, and BR4 is in trouble. BR4 is in massive trouble now. Here comes Stell to the inside of Jaguar. Gets by. Jaguar didn't put up much of a fight. And all of a sudden, it's starting to look somewhat bleak now for BR4. BR4 might be hoping for a safety car. We might be looking at a situation where he is not catching up. And by the time he does catch up, it will be too late. It's going to be far too late. Monster Cat picks up 3 seconds and worth of penalties here. Don't forget, it's winner takes all essentially in this fight. If Stell beats out BR4, it'll be over. Jishnu looking to take the lead of the race from Mitchell. Mitchell defends, not very well. Looking to the inside goes Jishnu. That inside line, is he going to have the tyres to defend it? The tyres to get a good enough exit? No, he is not. And the racing ball will stay in the lead for now, when Jishnu is being held up quite something rotten in that second sector, that third sector as well. Stell is already in within the second mark. Now this could get interesting. Oh, Mitchell peeled away. Mitchell peeled away in what could have been helping against the track limit penalty for cutting the inside of the pit line. Oh, that was dumb. The interesting scenario would have been all three of those had got caught together. It would have allowed for BR4 to potentially make an entrance. And now that question disappeared a little bit. It gained BR4 about a second's worth of a gap, but I don't really know if that's enough. Really don't know if that's enough, to be honest with you, but I do know what is enough, and that is for Stell to be within DRS. Now, if Jishnu and Stell fight, BR4 will get into the back of this, and with some speed, some sort of momentum, you can time this right, he might get some sort of move. Bear in mind, Jishnu, 3 seconds, got a 3-second time penalty. BR4 lost out 0.3 of a second. Without that DRS, he is struggling to really make an imprint on these two at the front. These two are just driving off. And the Swedes' championship hopes are fading before his eyes. .7 seconds. It's so tantalizingly close for BR4. He is seeing that lap counter tick away. He is seeing that the time is running out. That clock is almost striking midnight on the season. The fireworks set to go off in blue and white. Unless something drastic happens here. BR4 got it to 1.4, but that gap's going to open up again. When it comes to the DRS here, these two are going to have to fight to bring BR4 into this. And they are going to do exactly that. Unfortunately for BR4, Stell actually made a smart choice. Every time they hit a corner, BR4 is just edging it in. Unfortunately, that's not enough corners on this lap to realistically do anything. And Stell has cleared Jishnu into that corner. And now Stell has an opportunity to clear Jishnu full stop. BR4's pretty much his only hope relies on Jishnu staying within DRS here and these two fighting. Because if these two fight heading into the laps here, it will open the door for DRS to BR4, and from there anything can happen. Jishnu's got 3 seconds total, so in worth of penalty. So overall, in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to matter. He's not going to be involved in this final fight. He's just going to be here to spoil the fun. 1.4, 1.3, BR4 is closing in. Was closing in. They're not fighting enough for BR4 to really do anything about this. Yellow flag in sector 3 is Razor. Not going to bring out a safety car though, even though that would bring a massive thing into this one. Jishnu is not able to stop Stell. Jishnu is not able to stop Stell. BR4 needs to get within a second. Needs to get close enough now. Otherwise it is going to be too little, too late. 1.1. He is closing in. He's within a second of Jishnu now. So if Jishnu can hold to Stell, we may have a fight. These three are close together. It's a three-man trade once again. With 4 to go. We've actually done 24, so 5 to go here. It's going to come right down to the wire. BR4 does have the DRS. So he is now going to be involved. He's on the best tight of the 3. a fight, an opportunity, something to arise for the McLaren here. And we are going to get something, we could get a grandstand finish for the championship. Right now, those fireworks are still blue and white. Jishnu's going to have a run. Jishnu looks to the inside. No, he flashed to the inside for a split second. It's not going to be enough. BR4 still too far off the back of these guys to really make anything stick. And that is another lap off the counter. Now I wonder if BR4 would want Jishnu to drop off. He's going to want Jishnu to move out of the way or get out of the way in some format, so that move can be made. If BR4 can get that move past Jishnu and then stay within the DRS of Stell in the process as well, then we'll have game on. Straight up one-on-one fight. I don't think we're getting that though. I think Jishnu's going to need that DRS. He's going to need it badly. I think he's not going to get a lot of the slipstream either. BR4 is a lot closer to Jishnu than Jishnu is to Stell. It's not going to be enough for BR4 realistically here. Jishnu's surviving. Stell very much firing up his tyres there. BR4 needs a run. BR4 needs a spectacular run through one of these corners. The time is running out. The impact to the Mercedes is being felt on this championship fight. And the Alpine does not care in the slightest. The longer this runs like this, the better it is for him, the less chance he's going to have of losing this race. Of losing this championship more than just a race. It's chronically running out of time now at BR4. This is really going to the end. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for the Swede. He's going to be second. Unless Jishnu can do something about it. That was an awful exit. Awful exit for Jishnu. We can't have any more DRS now. Any more safety car, sorry. It'll happen between these three on track. And the DRS train, the dirty air, is going to be the one that killed everything. All the chances of the championship, any sort of fight we had, going to go by the wayside. There is nothing going to happen in these last 3 laps. Cars are just set up in a way and nobody's going to make any impact in this train whatsoever. It's going to take a mistake. It's going to take Jishnu getting out of the way for us to get a grandstand finish, and it isn't happening. Or if Jishnu can get Stell here. That's the only other way there's any sort of grandstand finish going on. And all rides on the back of Jishnu now. Which side this championship goes entirely on the back of the Mercedes. BR4 should go for it. BR4 needs to go for that. He needs to send that to the inside. I have no idea why he's not gone for that. He has got to go for it. He's got to get this move. He's got to get past Jishnu. He has got to do it. The head is breaking a little bit deep. He's side by side with the Mercedes, basically telling him to get out of the way. And he is up in a second. And we are going to have 1 lap worth of a grandstand finish here. As long as he can stay ahead of Jishnu and stay within the second. And he's done one of those things, but he hasn't stayed within a second. The blue flag being raised from Stell in front. BR4 had got past Dishner. He waited too long. He waited too long. He had a golden opportunity into the straight where he could have just sent it. Wouldn't have cost either of them time. And now he's out of it. There's nothing left here. Last lap. He's got 3 corners to get this sorted. To get within that second, he's just dropping off. He's got nothing left in the tank. He finally made the move, but he chose the wrong time to do it. He went 1 corner too late. He should have sent it on the inside of turn 3. Or on the inside of turn 4. He should have. He didn't. And Stell is going to cruise to the line now. On any sort of chance, the Swede had an opportunity. And I think he's botched it. It's 2 seconds now that leads for the Alpine at the front. And the grandstand finish is no longer so grandstand. As it's going green and it's going blue and white. It's going blue and pink in terms of the car. The Alpine will win the constructors. We knew that at the beginning of the day when half the team didn't show up. But the drivers is also going to Alpine as well. It's going to Stell. It's going with 2 corners to go. 1 to the line. It's going Greek. It's going to the end. And Stell is world champion. BR4 will have to settle for second. He made the opportunity. He just made that overtake 1 corner too late. Should have sent it into turn 4. Should have got it then. And then used the slipstream down the back straight to hold it. And he would have had a perfect opportunity at Stell on the back straight in lap 29. He didn't go for that. He went for it a turn later. It backfired miserably. And it's going to be Stell that wins your championship. BR4 second, Jishnu on the bottom step of the podium. Mitchell fourth, Redstone fifth, Nakuza 6th, Jaguar 7th, Monster Cat 8th. DDK is going to be out Jackson 9th. And there you go, DDK in 9th and DDK in 9th, sorry, and Jack in 10th. There you go. After all that, 8 races, and it came down to the second to last lap of the entire season. And Stell is your champion. Wins on the day. Wins the winner take all. And the championship for the first time in F1 2025 is going the way of the Greek. Alpine beats out McLaren. Stell drives his way to a championship. With that being said, that brings to the close a whole new season of ALR. We'll have a new one soon, I'm pretty sure. With that being said, I've been Pyro. I appreciate everyone coming out to watch this season. I will see you guys next time. Peace.